even worrying, not so much worrying about maybe if I would feel like maybe that I fell a little short, or God has put me at ease that my family, they're going to love me either way. Those things, they don't bother me, sis, but nevertheless, I still always find myself praying and worrying, Lord, what if there's someone, Lord, that maybe they're seeking you out this morning, Lord, or if there's someone, Lord, don't let my foolishness hinder it this morning. See, we made a little t-shirt some little while back, and it said, don't just go to church, be the church. Now, it seems like that this world here, there's so many, even in our little community here, that if you would talk to them, most people, they go to church somewhere.
Yeah.
But when you would go out and you would talk to them, maybe that their lives, you would question a few things. See, Brother Chad, there's a big difference in just going to church every Sunday. And there's a big difference in being one of God's children this morning. And that's what I would love for the world to understand this morning, that it's not just about going to church this morning. It's not just about sitting in your seat and getting your points counted that I've gone out on Sunday morning, but there's a difference in trying to serve the Lord this morning. There's a difference in having God in your life every day.
Yeah.
And having God a part of you, and there's a difference in just going to church this morning. See, I don't want my children to just go to church, but I want them to meet this man named Jesus this morning. Do you know that? You know that when I was just a little boy, when I was just maybe 8 or 10 years old, Brother Chad, I don't even know how old, just young.
Yeah.
That puppo had us over here on Cabin 4. And he had us digging us a little trench across his driveway. And we were putting in a little drain, and Puppo, he walked out. And I believe maybe it was me and my brother, and maybe Brother Chad, and Puppo, he walked out and he began to talk to us. And he said, boys, I want to tell you something this morning. He said, I don't care. He said, you're going to go and you're going to grow up. He said, but whatever you do in life, I want you to do it the best that you can. He said, boys, I don't care if when you get old, if all that you ever do in life is dig ditches. He said, I want you to dig the best ditch that you can. And I just kept working there, and that saying stayed with me every day of my life, Brother Jerry. And I just thought, well, Papa wants us to be the very best that we could. And Brother Chad, as I got older and I thought about that saying, Papa, I thought, well, we were digging that man a ditch at the time. He was just probably trying to get us to do a little bit better for him. Brother, but right behind that saying, I thought, what simple words changed my very life and influenced me like that? I thought within myself, maybe it was a man that was speaking those words, and not exactly what he said. But sis, I began to think about a man named Jesus who began to speak to me one time. See, Papa's words, they meant a lot to me because I hold them so high. You know what I'm talking about this morning? Brother, when that man speaks, I know you hear him this morning. Brother, but I'm telling you, he enters a stand and he speaks about a man named Jesus who changed Papa's lives, who changed the lives of men and women. Brother, my children watch me stumble and they watch me fall and they watch me make mistakes, but they hear Daddy's cries at night saying, Lord, just help us, guide us, and use us, Lord. There comes a man, there comes a voice in their lives that I want them to listen to more than mother and father. Brother, and there's a great big difference. I'm just going to church this morning and being in the church this morning. Brother, morning. Brother, and right after that, right after those 3 Hebrew boys, just a little bit down in that same book, brother, and they commanded a man. They said, you shall serve no other God for 30 days, brother.
Yeah.
And that same man said that he went back home after they made that commandment. Brother, and it said he opened his windows wide open.
Yeah.
And 3 times a day that he bowed down right there. And he began to serve his God. See, he had him a little something down in his heart, down in his life that was more important than what any man or woman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Brother Jerry, the older I get, I feel like I'm understanding a couple of things. The things that I think that I want and the things I think I need, I don't quite need it. The things that I think will change my life for the better and make it good, Brother Jerry, they're not quite what I make it out in my mind once I can obtain them. The only thing that leaves me at all is this man named Jesus and his abundantly goodness to me. That, Lord, I fall short and I stumble.
Yeah.
But your mercy and your love is amazing to me.
Forever.
God, He is so good to me. And I want men and women to know the God that I know this morning.
Yeah.
I want you to have them in your life. I want them. I want you to be able to claim them for yourself and not another.
Yeah.
I didn't come to the Lord and make agreements and say, Lord, I'll serve you if you save my children. Surely we all want those things.
Sure.
But I got such a fear down in my soul that if I die, I'm going to go to hell. And I sought Him out with everything that was in me, Lord. Lord, I'm afraid that I won't change myself. Would you send something? Would you help me to change?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
My God is so good this morning.
Indeed.
He's there and He's waiting on you. See, those words, they influence my life so much because I hold them up so high. If you want to know this man named Jesus and you're saying, preacher, I don't know how to get him,
Yeah.
you need to hold him a little higher in your life.
Yeah.
You need to have His words. You need to love Him and want to seek Him out so much that His words would change your life.
Yeah.
That you would want Him, that you would hold Him up higher than you hold up the things that's out here in the world. And you'll find Him today. He's not as hard as we made it out. He's not so hard to find after you found Him. You thought, what in the world was I doing?
Yeah.
How silly was I? Brother Derrek, I'm going to go ahead and give way and give